Everything has infinite dimensions. This is the Good evening, everybody. Actually, hold up. Hold on one second. Oop. Can you hear me now? Boom. There we go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you are having a good evening. Or, it's 12 o'clock in the morning for me because, I decided that I can't get any sleep. Try to get some sleep throughout the day. Really can't because I've been worrying about some personal stuff in my own life. And, so only way for me to get any type of rest was mostly just take naps. You know what I mean? Just take a simple nap. Take it easy and relax. And then I realized that my body had the tendency to go into a state of night terrors anytime I try to take a nap. So the last 2 hours, I tried to fall asleep. I kind of feel like it failed on me, right? It failed on me a little bit. So now I'm just like, oh, screw it. Why not stream some stuff today? I'm not sure what we're going to be streaming too much. It's mostly going to be a random stuff that I haven't gotten around to watch. And I guess why not watch it with an audience? Things that it just came up, things that's going on in Locale Queens and all that fun stuff. Some what if history, some Mr. Z. He made a new videos today.
Issues that stand out.
Hopefully that didn't go through. Watch some of that. Maybe talk about MatPat if you're not aware. He more or less uh, made his last video. I believe it was yesterday. I'll double check. I saw a post, but I'm not. Don't hold me to that, right? I think we may go into MatPat first. I'm not sure. There's a bunch of things I want to do. Um, Probably we're gonna jump around a lot on my end. Nope. I was lied to. It was not today or yesterday. Was not his last video. It was yesterday the last goodbye video. Yesterday was his goodbye video. We may watch that. We may or may or not watch that. I think depending on the general feelings today. Depending on the how we're gonna go off today. So we have a bunch of stuff. If I sound like I'm yawning a lot or whatever, it's mostly because I don't really get a lot of sleep to begin with, and when I do, it's usually like massively in bulks, and I usually don't feel the best after. Um, in worst cases, right? In what's a little how I feel. Some cases I actually get really sick, like I get the flu or I get a cold. So that that's great. And my dogs have been very much acting up. So I decided We'll just keep stream. We'll just stream today. We'll do a midnight show. We'll do a midnight show for everybody. Going over a bunch of stuff and enjoying ourselves, right? Looks like Local Rewind is still going. Those idiots across the board. I wonder what they're doing. I wonder what they're talking about, you know? It's not like, you know, there's a situation with Becky, right? You know, it's not like there's the stream they had today, which was nothing but fillers and just whatever, right? But you know, we'll watch that, the part where she jumps in, because from what I understand, obviously she's not gonna get fired. She will never get fired. I think anybody who hopes or wishes for her to get fired don't realize that she'll never get fired. It's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. But we can only dream and hope, right? So let's get into that. If it ever shows up. Boom. There we go. There we go. Shows up a little bit. I am being a goober. I am being a goober. A little goober. Hopefully y'all can see it. We're gonna go over this because skirt, why not? You know, it's gonna be a change of events that are gonna keep on going, right? It's a number of events that are gonna go. I know Grace did an interview with Becky's ex. We'll probably cover that. If not today, maybe later on. We're gonna cover this because I feel like cover this. I feel like they're gonna respond to the Grace interview, so probably be better if we wait till tomorrow and let everything plays out, just so you know things go on. But as I feel, and as I probably have said a number of times, it is the profiteering of pain and suffering that is going on. Was it new? Which is not new. It just has taken a different form than usual, rather being that of labor or some type of act of violence. We are witnessing a form that is more about entertaining. What isn't new, it's just not new. It's just it took a different form. So we're getting into that now. In this beautiful midnight show.
My God, Boogie.
We got the two fat
You're gonna have a heart
asses.
attack live on the air.
It was probably in
I know, I'm very fucking sick, man.
some hotels.
Look at me.
Relax, Boogie. We're fucking with you, man. I'm fucking with you.
What is it about this show, Mike? Even Tina had to leave.
So it's always funny to me how let's just play. It's always funny to me.
I think her
how,
internet was messing
you
up.
know,
What is it about this show?
Boogie has to go
What
through
is it
an
about
act.
this show?
He has to act because it's just
Try to
how
call
he
Tina
is.
and see
He
if she
can't.
answers to see
He
what's
can't
going
just be a plain normal human being.
I'm using my phone.
Oh, I mean, this is why
I'm
the
using
show
my
is
phone to
considered
stream
scripted
from.
by a lot of people. Boogie is overselling
unblock
something
your number?
that,
I
or not
blocked you.
overselling it. He's just playing into
Don't,
it
yeah,
more than
unblock
he
me,
has
please,
to.
but call Tina.
It's
not me.
resulting everybody to believe it's scripted. Thanks, Boogie.
I
You
thought you guys
screwed
had a
up.
fucking script. I thought we were gonna do like a fucking goofy video. All we did is fucking come here and destroy me. Why? Why?
I mean,
Whatever.
here we are.
Oh,
Here's the pig or roach or
Are you
dirt.
coming back?
Hold on, hang up, Boogie, hang up.
God
Boogie,
damn, I
look up.
hate these super chats so
You
much.
absolute fat fuck. What the actual fuck, Boogie? I can't even take a night off. I don't even
No, I didn't get a night off. I was planning to go to a wedding. I needed one fucking day off. I didn't get to. I had to stream for 6 fucking hours. That's the job. That's the job.
Reap
We're
the
building
boogster.
something here.
It's
We're
boog
building
over.
something here.
The
You're
boogaloo's
supposed to be
over.
here to fucking build it. I'm
You
sorry
got
you're
Mike
having a
over
bad
here
time.
with
I'm
his
having a
fat
fucking
ass
bad
eating
time.
like what it
Kids
looked
were
like to be
midnight.
like
I had a
store-bought
bad fucking
pizza
time, too. I
at
showed
these
up every
Giorno shit
goddamn
that's like
day.
come
I
on, let's be
fucking made
honest,
it
it's not the
work.
best.
I think you just want me back because you want these pig titties.
Oh, here we go.
Never.
I didn't want to break your back.
Never. I don't want to. My back is too bad to lean over to your fucking knees and grab them.
God, it's
Put
just-
that pizza down, Mike. You should be eating that fucking shit. You're on a diet.
I'm enjoying the shit out of this, you know.
All
They
right.
told me you
It's
were
funny
you
how
were gone.
we
They
all
told
know
me
that
you
he's
were
behind the
gone.
scene pulling the string.
Why is it my day off and I still look better than you? Why were you eating at the beginning of Longcount
Oh,
Live tonight?
did you
Mike,
say the
why are you
N-word?
eating now?
You said
Tia,
the
why did you
N-word?
disappear halfway off the stream? Jesus Christ. Why
Shut
am
up.
I...
Go clean your house.
You
Go clean your fucking farm.
My
you
shirt's gonna
fucking
break
bum.
on me any minute, and I don't want to
You.
die.
I don't even.
am a lol cow. I am a lol cow. I do lol cow shit. I do lol
Why
cow
am I
shit.
surrounded by cows with mad cow disease?
Read the
What
name
the
of the
fuck?
fucking
Can't
show.
you guys
Read the
do
name
work
of the
for
fucking
one
show.
day?
Read the name of the
For
fucking
fuck's
show.
sake.
Read the name of the fucking show.
I kind of find it hilarious. Right? I find it hilarious because you could kind of tell that certain things here are faked. You can tell that certain things are clearly being over exaggerated for the sake of viewership and downloads. I'm not sure how much they made in downloads. That's probably a website somewhere where it's kind of going through and actually taking into account how much they made per stream. But to me, it's just hilarious that, you know, Mike over here smiling with his goofy ass face. Fucking Becky kind of looks like a cow. Okay, never mind. They all look like fucking cows. Like, look, what even is this? What even is that facial expression? Like, what even is that, right? What even is this kind of like look? Like, what is that? Hold on, can we zoom in? Can we zoom in? Oh, we cannot zoom in. No. No, fuck. I ain't trying to do that. What the fuck? There's have to be a way to. We can zoom in into that, right? Look, what is that face? What even is that? And then she's about to look like she's about to sneeze or about to. It's so stupid, and Mike here being a fucking cuck.
This is the best show ever. I'm sorry, but
Why do you have a Spud hole in your bathroom? Why don't you clean that shithole up? You got a fucking farm.
Let's see. All right. Just wanted to make sure everybody can see the video.
Motherfucker.
Listen, my bathroom is clean enough. It's as clean as my ass is. And you know why my ass is so clean? Because I use a bidet. Maybe you should try it, Tina.
There's a donation. Shut up. Respect your fucking fans.
The issue with donations is you so always respect your fans, always, right? But I feel like TDLs or TDS, right, or how you ever want to say TTS, right? Texas Speeds devices. They're not a bad idea and great in concept, but I think not really great in concept. But what I'm implying is that like sometimes you let them go through too much, it does break the flow of the show, right? It breaks this a lot. I can't tell you how many times where I watch Local Live or watch like another streamer and the TTS comes in and break the flow of the stream. Was it not a bad thing? Alright? TTS is not a bad thing. But it really does break the general flow for a show. Especially a show that it's trying to be serious or a show that's trying to dramatize the event, right? Over exaggerate something, right? You know. That's usually how I feel like it goes down a lot of the time. But, you know, it is what it is.
So muted.
He's so muted.
Break her back. Break her back. Break her back. Break her back.
Nobody's
Break
moving.
her back.
Oh, now they are.
Break her back.
Frozen.
Tina
Why
froze
do
for
I look
a
like hell?
hot.
Oh my god, I feel great now after seeing how shitty of a
Well,
job
good.
he does.
You leave that fucking up.
I run out of breath from talking. That's the only reason I'm not ripping into you more, Tina. You fucking dumb cunt. Celebrating like I would actually leave and let you win? What the actual fuck, Tina? Yeah, you don't even make any noise when you do that. You blew out all the hot air earlier. Boogie, do something. It's your fucking show.
You're
That's stupid. I'm always getting I gotta go back here and get all the take some screenshots of these because they're so hilarious. They're just what the fuck is this show? It doesn't really matter what Tina wants because at the end of the day, she's been sided. You know, she's been screwed over.
fucking do it. Do your fucking show.
For one night.
She's been
Boogie.
screwed over.
How many times have you done my show? How many times have you done my show?
She's been screwed over
You
real
never
bad.
hosted for me.
Right. For Tina, she was meant to be the centerpiece of the show, right? You know the centerpiece, like when you put in a house that like makes everybody looks at it and like, oh look at this, this is really nice, it's a really nice piece. What put all the focus in, right? That's got replaced by Becky. Becky is now the new central piece, right? This is old news. Tina is vaporware now. She is old news. She
when
is.
you were younger and prettier? Did you not wear a bra then either? They still shake, they still jiggle, they're just fine. Yeah, you fucking like it, Tina. You miss it. I know
Clean
it.
your fucking farm up, bitch. It looks like fucking goats and fucking horses been shitting everywhere, bitch. Clean your goddamn house up.
Boogie right now is like
Fucking did.
questioning my life. Why is my life like this? Why am I surrounded by this? I should have not spent all that money on the hookers and strippers and sugaring. Should have just saved my money. Meanwhile, Mike is like, God, I hate my wife so much. That's what he looks like. He looks like a divorcee dad who tried to be in an open relationship thinking it would fix his relationship. But obviously didn't. It never does fix your relationship. Don't ever think it does.
What the fuck, Boogie? And then you say,
You do it! You do it!
Oh,
It's
God, don't watch
your
him.
job! You do it!
There gotta be somebody on YouTube who can do the equivalent of like Breaking Banquet, where they take all the good elements of the show and just cut it down, like how they do with Wings. I feel like this isn't helping. Like none of it is helping the show, but it gets viewerships, I guess. It gets money, but mostly because the show is relying on it's piggybacking. Oh, sorry. Yeah, apologies for that, ladies and gentlemen. My dogs were barking, and that's why I can't sleep tonight, because my dogs decided to keep me up all night. So let's go back. Sorry for that
first of all,
split
second
delay.
of all, no, 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 no.
No. I hate that phrase sometimes. I had a friend that would be like, no, and I just have this pure deep hatred towards it. This anger of unreliable. I just don't like it when people say like no, or like in a very like flamboyant way. It just irks me. It gives me the icks. It makes me want to fist fight somebody. It makes me want to go back to the days where I just box in the banking parking lot with my friends and random people, because you know what? Sometimes you just need a. Sometimes as a guy, right? Sometimes as a guy, you just have to box a random guy in a bank parking lot at like 12 o'clock and at like 3 o'clock in the night after you took in like multiple shots of tequila. That's just me? Okay. Just me. Just wanted to make sure.
Dogs are good. Cats are shit.
Yeah.
Listen, I have
Or,
a back
no, it wasn't
pain, okay?
tequila.
I can only
It was
clean for,
tequila
like,
because I was
15
drinking a
minutes
shit ton of
max.
margarita that night and they were like dirt cheap.
Tina, your camera froze on
You know,
the
like
ugliest fucking face.
$2 for regular margaritas,
At the beginning
$4 for flavor margaritas. You'll be in. You know, my brain was like, let's go, let's do it, let's drink this. That was years. That was like 2-3 years ago. I'm trying not to go back to those days.
And I'm fucking exhausted. Why?
I am exhausted. I am a fat turd who lies about things and manipulate people.
Better, dick.
Mine was way funnier.
Psychologic
Shut up.
843 super chat
Tina,
at
you shut up
$20.
too.
Hey,
I know.
There's a donation.
There's a donation. There's a donation, guys. Shut the hell up. There's a donation.
6'2" piece of chocolate. I'm ready to step up. I'm ready to step up.
Let me put the volume back up.
Make sure you bring a knife and fork with you. I can't
Make sure
wait.
you bring fucking Bungie to tie folds back.
Bring a bulldozer and some fucking list.
I'm gonna skip a lot of it because this is just right now. I'm just what I'm gonna do. It's called trimming the fat because it's just them screaming at each other with no progression, right? You know, for all my anime fans out there, we would consider this as filler, right? We would consider it as filler.
But this way I'm not talking over you. Oh,
That's all. That's what it is. All of it is just filler of these fat idiots just arguing with each other. That's all that is in the end. That's all. That's really what it is, right? In the end, it's just these fat idiots going about it for a couple hours straight and no progression, right? Like if this was let's say scripted, which it probably is at this point. The issue with it being scripted is, you know, it's going nowhere. There's no I feel like I I feel like if this was scripted through and through, I want some progression. I want some storyline. I want some arc, some saga, shit happening. All we're getting is a bunch of fat idiots just screaming at each other all day long until one of them loses their voice, and then it repeat the next day. Right? Locale Queens is not a failure in any real sense. I mean, no, it's a failure. It's a failure, but in terms of just being entertaining and bringing in people and bringing in money, it does what it does. Right? It does what it does, and that's annoys a lot of people. But that's just me. That's just me. All right. Back to Linksy Links. Ghetto Links. Let's watch this video made by Locale King. I believe 44 Dynamics. I hope I said his name. I had to comment on my streams before and on my videos. I briefly spoke to him a little bit. So we're gonna watch this video. Hopefully he doesn't hate me for this. I hope he doesn't hate me for this.
She fucked up bad. For those of you that don't know, Lynx recently got hacked on Discord. And well, this is what she had to say.
My Discord server is still up there. I cannot speak in it. All I'm gonna say is if this is someone trying to silence me and trying to get me not to out these screenshots, you got another thing coming.
Then she goes on a little rant, threatening whoever silenced her, like she has the tools, resources, or even the knowledge to really actually do something about this, to whoever did it.
I made an alt and they immediately flagged the alt because
I saw this on Link server. I've never been on it.
Yes, I did get an email from it, and it's like literally Discord verified. Like I can't show it right now because I'm not on. Like, this phone is what's on my main Discord.
All in all, Lynx just destroyed her career. She can never shut her mouth. She always wants to start problems. And honestly, at the end of the day, the downfall of Lynx is what the whole entire Locale universe wanted, needed. But the Lynx downfall is everything everyone ever wanted. Wanna get out of here, guys? Peace out. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, share this with everybody. Till next time, I guess. Is that what they say? I don't know. I'm just saying whatever my editors, producers want me to say. So peace out. Bye.
I ain't gonna disagree with him. Honestly, I am not gonna disagree with the man. I 100% am not gonna disagree with him at all. If you're not aware, for the longest time within the whole Discord, right? For the longest time, there has been a deep disdain towards links for any amount of reasoning, right? Things you can imagine, right? Especially early on with Locale Live when it first started, there was a lot of disdain towards her, mostly because of the way she acted, a lot of the blackmail, a lot of being sneaky, talented, a bunch of stuff. And I have no real beef with Lynx. I have no beef for the most part. Hell, she can do what she wants. I've already said it a number of times, and maybe I said it to her face. I don't remember, but I've said it on stream and I've said it on my video that I do believe Lynx is very Machiavellian, or at least has elements of being Machiavellian. I feel like I have to stop throwing that word around more often. Rather, I would say that a lot of these people are more clever and more cunning. For you to be Machiavellian, it's to be very benevolent but willing to show arms, right? To understand Machiavellian, you have to understand where he was from at that time of Italy, which I believe was, when the book was written, it was around either the 14th or 15th century of Italy, where Italy at one point had multiple states. And actually, the book that got him very, very recognizable was the book The Prince. It's not a long book. It's less than, I want to say, 60 pages. It's a great read. If anything, it's probably more like close to 70. I'm going to go with a high number, but it's probably either between 60 or 70 pages. It's a great read. One of the most well-read probably the most well-written book, both in politics and philosophy. It is very political science. It's trying to take a deep, realistic, pragmatist approach to politics, whether that is through a religious state like the papal, or through the city state, or even a massive state like the Holy Roman Empire or the state of France. It tries to see what is the best way to rule people. Who do you trust and who do you not trust, right? You know, you don't trust mercenaries. You really don't, because their loyalty is based on money, right? You don't trust auxiliary forces because there is a deep fear of being crushed by them, right? You need to be willing to show teeth, but also be willing to have an open palm. Machiavellianism, I feel like it's very misunderstood in today's day of politics, especially with a lot of people who throw that word around. Again, I should slightly redact what I said about Ling, but about her being Machiavellian. She is more clever and cunning, but just because I feel like throwing myself under the bus, I'm still gonna keep it as it is. Just feel like doing that. Why not? But I do kind of agree with him. I do agree with 44. He made a good point, nevertheless. Her downfall was sort of her own making, but I also feel like because the way she acted, right? She was very not benevolent. She was very not benevolent, but very benevolent when she could. Which is never what you want to do. You should always try to be benevolent to those who are around you, whether they're your friends or your subject, your followers or your co-workers. But you should never be. But should always show an iron fist when you can, or really, when you need to. And I feel like she overexerted herself and she played her cards too many times. And with, I would say that she got lucky a number of times. In most places, she would have gotten fired. And for those in the locale live server and just in general in the show, there were a lot of people that had disdain against her and not liked her. Do I blame her? No, I would again. I'll say even to her face that yeah, I think you're downfall with what of your own making. You played yourself too hard. You were too malevolent. You started conflict when you can, trying to be sneaky. What's not a bad thing. Gathering information in fog of war is always important. This is something I should mention. I feel like all of this stuff is happening. It's just a fog of war, and misinformation, no information, not knowing what the next thing in front of you. That is a fog of war. But maybe I'm being pretentious. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh boy, we're almost close to 30 minutes of streaming. Usually. I don't really stream for that long. Oh no, and I lied. I streamed for 2 hours today, and I actually really liked it. Actually, gonna take a couple minutes before we figure out the next thing. I do apologize if my stream is a little disorganized. Again, I'm kind of doing this as I didn't get any sleep. Well, I couldn't go to sleep, so I'm doing it as I go. So we're gonna probably look at a bunch of other stuff. What's another thing we could look at? That would be pretty fun. Let me see if the locale rewind guys. Oh, they're still. No, they just ended the stream. Dang it. Dang it all to hell. Actually, you know what? Screw my original plan. We're actually gonna... Where the hell is it? Son of a freaking... Try not to curse too much. I try not to curse too much. The cursing is not really what I want to do constantly. Where is it? We're gonna actually watch the Grace interview with Richie, who, if you don't know, Richie is Becky's ex. And she met him through Locale Live on a dating show. I kid you not. So during the whole RTU saga, Becky came onto the show. Becky came onto. Did he?
I like him a lot. He asked.
Oh, we're gonna.
Shortly after Halloween was.
Hello?
Yep, there we are. Boom, we got it. We're gonna switch right over now. There we go. There we go. Here we go. We're gonna watch the interview until however long it is. Probably a long interview.
Richie, are you there? Am I? He's muting and unmuting. I can't hear you.
Muted for a second. I'm sorry. You
Oh,
might
okay.
hear my I plugged the camera in. Hold on.
Okay.
I don't have a tripod because it's in the truck still, but I'll just show you that it's me.
Okay.
I do not have a.
Let's see. Hold on. How do I do this without leaving and coming back?
You go to settings at the bottom, and then go to camera, and you select the camera.
Sorry, I don't use this program.
Yeah, no worries.
Just cam.
Okay, there he is, everybody. You don't have to keep the camera on if you don't want to.
I mean, I can. It's just not going to be good. Like I said, the tripod's still in the truck or whatever. Yeah, I'll just
no.
Oh my god, he has the same mic as I do. Oh,
so you've been through a crazy 24 hours.
Oh,
yeah, 48.
48, yeah. Okay, so just for context, just want everybody to know, you were in a weeks-long relationship with Becky from Lolcow Queens.
We started dating about Halloween. We broke up about 2 or 3 weeks later for a week or two, and then we started dating again mid-November until the other night.
Yeah, okay. And so the other day, like 2 days ago, Becky got mad at you for something. Nobody knew whether it was scripted or not. You gotta understand, everybody kind of assumes that your relationship has something to do with the script, since everybody knows that Lolcow Queens is scripted, but apparently you guys broke up. The next day, she shit-talked you on stream about, like, your dick and everything else.
Yep.
And then after that, you dropped the video of her house. And then after that, she accused you of sexual assault. That's basically the timeline, right?
I mean, I could give you like a bit more detailed timeline, but that's like pretty good. Close.
Yeah. I guess like so then you went on Rewind and you were interrogated about whether you sexually assaulted her.
But that was like my only time like actually trying to give like my side of the story or whatever. So I felt like I should at least one time.
How did you feel after that interaction?
On Rewind last night?
Yeah.
Mostly I feel a little shorted because Keem asked me to leave the server, even though I literally have done nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Her story doesn't really make a lot of sense. On Tuesday, she was saying in the server that she's already reported the essay to the police, and then last night on Queen, she's saying she's not going to bother reporting it.
That's kind of weird.
Well, I guess my question is, do you?
But that makes sense.
Do you take issue with them sort of using the fact that somebody's making a?
Yeah, Max. I'm sorry if I can't. Apologies if I said your name. Yeah, it kills me. I ain't gonna lie. A beautiful smile can make a man's day a lot better. That's my opinion out there. But like some recap or at least some contact. As I said, this is Richie. It's Becky's ex, right? And as he said, they did date it for a week. Then they went back and dated through mostly the last couple months. I think I said it the last stream, but like Richie did tell Wings that he did want to marry Becky. Can you imagine a world where this didn't happen and like Richie married Becky? Be a funny world.
Serious accusation against you for content. Do you find that to be like an issue, or do you just want to clear your name and you didn't really think about it?
Well, so ultimately, it certainly sucks. One of the reasons that I broke up with Becky shortly after Halloween was because I'm a very private person, and it was kind of like a very public situation, and I wasn't really comfortable with it. I would keep all of my business off of line if I had that choice. But I understand that like she's a co-host on this show, and she was like a character before that in the universe, and we met on the show. So there's going to be a certain amount of content happening out of the relationship just by virtue of how we met and everything. And I understand that. Now that the accusation has been levied, I
gotta pause for a second. I was looking over right here at her chair. I will not lie. I had a chair like that from my computer, from my room for the longest period of time. That is the most comfortable, long-lasting chair I ever had. And funny enough, I actually found that kind of chair right next to some type of, I think it was like a lawyer building, or like right in the alleyway of a lawyer place. It was like a weird spot in my city. So I was like, I'm taking this shit. It was raining and pouring. My friend was like, "That's a nice chair." Yeah, it's a nice chair. Whoop.
I think they have to address it. It sucks, but I don't. I'm more upset that I was asked to leave the server because that kind of looks like Keem siding with her. More.
Well, it is Keem siding with her, dude. You can't deny that it is Keem siding. If you believe that Keem is not gonna take favors for people, then you're an idiot. People are gonna be like that. People are always gonna take favors for one side or the other. It is just a foundation of humanity at its core. We like favoritism. Nepotism is very much embedded in a lot of society, whether you like it or not. Whether you want a meritocratic system or not, nepotism is very much in there. Same thing for favoritism. You leaving the server to Keem, and maybe Keem feels a little heartbroken, maybe saddened, but at the end of the day, you're not really. It's gonna sound weird, but also kind of wrong. You're not exactly giving him the money constantly, right? He's getting more money from multiple people. And it's sad to say that, but he can replace you, right? 2 or 3 weeks down the line, Richie, he'll replace you with somebody else who's willing to pay $10 for the server, who is willing to pay $20, who is willing to be a cash cow or a pay pig or a king. Like, I'm not trying to be an asshole to this man, but he is playing favorites. He is clearly even if he feels saddened or just slightly like, it's a bummer, I gotta do this, it doesn't matter. You're not bringing in the money, right? Not in the way that Becky is. You're just Becky's girlfriend or boyfriend. I'm stupid. In the end, you're just there for content, for better or worse now. And you're gonna have to accept it. Even if you were to disappear for, like, let's say a month or two, your name will still be brought up one way or another, or even indirectly or not. Don't forget about that. It sucks, but that is just reality.
So then I am the fact that they're like making content out of it. I don't believe Keem suggested her to lie and like create this arc or anything.
You think it's just something she did that's out of pocket that they're
Yeah,
going
well, yeah,
with
the SA allegation came 10 minutes after I blocked her phone number from DMing my phone anymore. After Queens ended that night, where she was like saying how I was like the worst person ever and all that. She actually texted me right after that Queens episode ended 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't believe you're texting me right now. Like, what is wrong with you?
A little bit of
and I told her I was gonna block her.
Yeah.
And then so after I blocked her, she came in the Lolcow Discord and she was like repeatedly like tagging me and like antagonizing me, and I just would not engage with her. So it was probably about 10 minutes between when I blocked her.
So you guys were fighting.
Well, she was fighting, I was ignoring. But it was probably 10 minutes between when I blocked her, when she DM'd me after Queens, I blocked her, she tagged me in the server, and then when I wasn't engaging, all of a sudden now she had this rape story. Excuse me, this essay story.
Yeah, you can say that. People get freaked out about the TOS. But you can understand from an outsider's perspective that somebody could say like, okay, I'm not saying this to like insult you. I'm just trying to get you to see my perspective. That you are a part of a fan base, right?
Yeah.
That you're a real person. You shared like, I think people know your name and your face at least.
Yes.
And you start dating one of the creators that the fan base follows, which is you're perfectly entitled to. And then when that creator accuses you of a crime, the leaders of the fan base make you, I mean, not with a gun to your head or whatever, but they incentivize you to defend yourself from allegations of a crime so that they can make money off of it. Do you see how that seems fucked up?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that this whole thing should have never been made public. But the idea isn't justice here. Becky isn't seeking justice.
I mean, even if it wasn't made public, it will eventually come out. Do you think Becky is going to keep her mouth shut? Oops, sorry, I'm far away from the mic. Do you think Becky is going to keep her mouth shut throughout this whole dilemma? No, she's going to take this as it is and use it against you, leverage against you. Even if, let's say all of it is, like, again, let's say Becky is lying, but really is. If anything, I think she is lying for the most part. But the whole essay allegation and all that fungivity, not fun at all actually. But she is lying. To the rest of the viewers and most people who don't like you or who loves Becky, they're gonna side with her the most. And the thing is, not a lot of people are gonna cover this. How many commentators are gonna cover it? None. And even if they do, it's gonna be like just people like me, and I don't really consider myself at the commentator half the time. I just make funny videos I like to do, concept video I would say.
Justice, because she was never the victim of anything. She's seeking to slander me and destroy me and punish me because she can no longer control me, because that's what narcissists do.
I mean,
right? So
I believe that.
True, but that's what all exes do. I mean, I think even Ben says it throughout the stream. You know, I won't even lie. Like, once you deal with a crazy ex, that shit scars you for life. And for someone like Becky, given the opportunity to see that right now, she's gonna use it against you, dude. You're not scot free. You're just painting
I
yourself
didn't believe
a
from the
target.
start. But so you don't believe? So at first I kind of thought maybe you were in on it because you were doing the interview. I couldn't believe you were doing the interview, and I'm not saying that to insult you. I'm just saying,
no,
like,
I hear you.
You know, you're being accused of a legitimate crime. Not that she's gonna do anything about it, but of course that is like massively, like, these people go to jail over these allegations. Not something that should be like trivialized and turned into content. But I understand from your point of view, you're saying like, well, I want to be a part of the community and I want to clear my name. Do you feel like you got manipulated into that?
No, honestly, I went on Rewind last night because so many of my peers in the community were like, dude, you have to at least say your side. At least one time.
I think I'll say this now. I think the local community is slowly turning into a cult. It is becoming a cult in its own right. A very much like we've seen in the past with different other cults. It will turn into that as time goes on. Ricky, you're more or less went against the grain of the cult. It's like Jehovah's Witness or Mormonism, right? Or some weird like New Age religion, right? Where it's very culty and they have these strict rules of doctrine and dogma that if you break even the slightest one or even bend it, you will be, you'll just be treated like not even human. Like, you may want to try to be part of the community, but in the end, you don't got a say in that. The community isn't run by the people, it's run by Keem. And if Keem decides that he doesn't want you in the community for a while, that's just how that is. You have to accept the fact. You may not like that information, but that's how he's going to treat you, right? Even if everybody begs for Keem to bring you back, he won't, because with Becky on his soldiers, right? Becky right next to him at all times, she's going to make sure that you never come back for a long time, if at all. You're basically a wandering person with no home and no place to call home. That's all you are now, and you have to accept the fact. You may try to resist it, you may try to clear up your name, but clearing up your name is not going to help you. If I were you, I would have gone to a lawyer or done something to make sure that, hey, this person is drawing these allegations. But there's also a weird chance that there's more stuff going on that we're not aware of. Are we? Well, wait and see.
Like, I had made some comments in the server, but I hadn't really I'm working on making like a video or whatever so that I could just show like everything in one spot and do it without trying to like think and speak at the same time in like a live environment like this and everything, and like try to pull up receipts in real time or whatever. So I'm working on like editing together like a little presentation video or whatever. But ultimately, like I did feel like it was important to
if
at least one time.
He needs to hurry up.
Categorically
hire
deny
somebody who can
all
produce that
allegations of
video
any
fast enough that it can be out.
activity.
Because if he doesn't
Are you
do
worried
it
that this is
now,
gonna like follow you in
it just
real
won't
life?
turn out good.
I am marginally worried. Mostly not though, because number one, it really seems like 9 out of 10 people just don't believe her at all.
That's true, but that you got to remember that's within this community. I agree that probably most people think this is fucked up or like this is bullshit. But to the average person, if they see like a clip of her saying like this man assaulted me, they're not going to know that it, like, most people understand she's a liar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even with the 9 out of 10, that 1 out of 10, the vote that minority of people are going to be extremely vocal, who it's going to die by Becky's side no matter what, who is going to swear up and down. Those are the people you have to worry about the most. It is always the vocal minority. I don't feel like holding the green book from a certain guy from the Middle Ages, so I won't. But go read the little green book, or sometimes called the green book. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, did I? Wait a minute, something's not right. It's just my video. Hold up a second. Sorry. No, that's not the happened.
Yeah,
Back to what we were saying.
I mean, ultimately,
weird.
maybe I should be a little bit more worried about that. I'm not too worried about it. I don't feel like there's going to be a lot of real life ramifications, and maybe I'm naive, or maybe I'm just hopeful and stupid.
No,
but,
no, you're kind of stupid if you think,
because
this
I
is
don't
not
think she's actually
gonna
dumb
work
enough
out.
to file the false police report. Because she knows she's lying. I know she's lying, but taking it online is one thing, but actually making a fake police report is a crime that she could technically be persecuted for down the road if it's ever proved that she did that.
I
So
don't believe she's gonna do that, but still, it's extremely damaging to your reputation. Not even within the lolcow thing, but like as a human being in society.
Yeah.
Especially when it's taken out of context, because I agree with you that probably.
It's funny I'm saying this right now, but like you can tell the guy is not taking it serious. He's thinking that because it's just online drama, it will not affect him negatively. And it's a very childish thing to do. Always assume sometime the worst when you're dealing with online drama. You don't know who you're dealing with, especially if they're crazy or known to be very erratic in nature. Don't be an idiot, dude. Go to a lawyer, go to a police officer, go to somebody who knows the law. Simply keep doing this because you want to take the easy road is very ridiculous. There is no easy road for you. Your fate is sealed and you have to accept that fact. But you could fight against the fates and you may be lucky and you may get out of this perfectly fine. But that's just my little take, my little opinion on that matter. I'm going to take a small little break. I'll be right back. So, how long have we been streaming? We've been almost an hour. We're probably gonna end this soon anyway. We're probably gonna finish this up at a later time. So I think we're gonna finish this up at a later time and get back to it when more things have developed. So we're gonna move on a little bit, and we're gonna watch some King Cobra. What's some
This
good
big
old
bottle is
Cobra?
21
Good old
up, and we're gonna
Joshy
try
boy.
a glass of it for you, cool Cobras, today. Thank you for checking out King Cobra JFS. Dig. So my last video series was a delicious bacon cheeseburger with some delicious meats, of course. So they have the crab meats, the cheeses. It turned out diggity dank. But this don't want to come open. Is this one of the bottles that doesn't want to come open? It's a twist top. There it goes.
I love King Cobra. He's one of the most enjoyable person I've ever watched, right? Like he's so awkward and weird, and just his general like the boggling. Oh, there's a good documentary going into it, and where the name boggling came from. And I'll tell you what, I died so hard when somebody dropped the boggling. It killed me.
Subscribe for more sweet drink reviews.
Oh, Josh never changed. Is that like that cheap?
That smells exquisite. This is
smell
Arbor
is
Mist,
exquisite.
Vermont, blackberry, light fizzy, and refreshingly sweet.
So is that like a drink or is that like is that a liquor? It don't look like it's like any type of wine or liquor.
It is after 5 o'clock. Let's have a sip and let's rock. Between the lips, here it comes to your kidneys, between your hips. Davoja, Salacha, salute, cheers, skull.
Nevels.
Mazel tov.
It's such an awkward person. I love it. If I can get one person on to like as a guest host on my my little live stream, it would be King Cobra. I would just love to talk to him about like metal and drinking and his just experience and what he went through, especially with his ex Jessica. I would love just to sit him down for an hour on it. I would even personally take a trip to Josh, right? I would personally go to Josh myself and be like, and like spend a whole day, like spend a couple days with him just drinking and shooting the shit and everything. Like he's just somebody who's like extremely chill. Like you see him at a bar, buy him a drink, and he'll tell you about the most random stuff you can imagine. That's the kind of person I want to meet.
Wine's like incredibly sour or like bitter. Wine can be an acquired taste, depends on the grape, and there's a lot of factors that go into it. But I must say, this is refreshing indeed. Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor, indeed. I love this man sometimes. He keeps me grounded.
I get this.
With his bald spot and his weird style
The
mustache.
blackberry taste on this is coming through very nicely. I got it because it says blackberry. It's goth as shit. Jokes aside, though.
What does that even mean? What does that even mean? I'm gonna switch it up a little
We
bit.
straight gassing, cutting straight to the bricks. Ha ha. This shit ain't nothing to me.
We're gonna watch some Dracula flow before we end this
People
video.
will die. My diamonds come from the most horrific situations possible. Slurping a quick release perk off the plate like a pinto bean. I keep my Glock at the Vatican.
I
See,
keep my
word on
Glock
me,
at the
I
Vatican.
love
Oh,
being
shit,
covered
sorry.
in the Chi-Chi manga. They're
That's-
sick in the head. They forgot I'm him. I'm the himulation. I am him Kardashian. Him Buck 2. Himon and Pumbaa. I
Oh,
got
see
my
if we can find my
I be
favorite.
shooting straight rope. This shit ain't nothing to me, man. Chanel optics.
I love how they just painted a fake hairline. Like, you know it ain't his real hairline. Like, well, it's his real hairline, but you know everything else is...
It's got me seeing shit. I need fentanyl slime.
I need fentanyl
I just
slime.
popped a whole garbanzo bean. Fuck you mean. I smoke real Imrani.
Look at that. Look at that.
Scallion ghost nuggets. Y'all can't fuck with me. I'm him. I've been him. I will continue to be him. Yellow rubies glistening like piss. Gulping sea monkeys by the gallon, my tummy feel crazy. That coochie yummy slime. That coochie doing it for me slime. They thought they could stop a demon, I'm back. The Zaza got me speaking Esperanto. This shit ain't nothing to me.
Zaza got me speaking Esperanto.
Man, we out here cloud seeding, the scope gleaming. You can't trust me. I don't even trust myself. I don't know who I am anymore. I'm getting too much money. Ass so fat. I'm peeking off this Danny Phantom slime. Can you remind me who I am? Get the president on the phone now. I fronted him a brick.
What the fuck, yo? That is an amazing prop. I want
need my
one.
money. Hello? Black China? I'm moving different. This shit ain't nothing to me, man. I'm a dog. I'm biting the fart bubbles into bath. We smoking symbiotes. Smoking that Whoopi Goldberg South Egyptian Fur Burger Deluxe Mega Million Scratcher Skunk Bubba Kush. We smoking dung beetle. I'm on 12 Vicodins smoking on Scooby-Doo dick. We smoking Sequoia Banshee boogers. We snorting that good Buffalo Soldier Tamarind Jordanian jibbies. They must have amnesia. They forgot that I'm him. That Burberry backwoods pack hitting that pussy smell like a Hellcat V8. We smoking shit in a glass pipe, blowing the Lord's bubbles. I'm sick in the head. I'm on them Broward County Tic
I'm
Tacs.
sick in the head.
I'm on them
You
Georgetown
didn't even need to
Geronimos.
finish that. He just, I'm sick
I'm
in the
on
head.
them Nashville Nibblers. I left my Margellas in the Benz truck. I'll have to stun on them next time. I don't give a fuck if I go blind. I don't need to see the price tag anyway. I'm high on 12 Jason Bournes, looking to beat the cum out of a thick, fresh oak. We smoking filtered crack, you stupid piece of shit. I'll fucking kill you. Call that pussy the Matrix.
He said that with so much aggressiveness. He just said like, I'm gonna kill you. Like, damn. I need that in my life. That's the energy I need to bring more
Cause I'm
often.
in this bitch,
This is the things
and
I do.
I can't get out. Last guy who ran off on the pack got choked out by some Givenchy gloves. The last thing he ever saw was the price tag on them. Slowly faded into darkness, and I let the archangels take him. I need more Sequoia Banshee boogers. Don't be shy, girl. I love me some pastrami mud flaps. I'm moving like French Montana. Huh? Welcome to the cream kingdom, bitch. Open up. Black China, I drink her piss out of another man's balls. My shooter a crackhead. He looked like Woody Harrelson. You ain't seen 10 bands in your life, shit. Reach for my neck. You'll get turned into an example. Y'all gotta stop playing with me, man. I threw diamonds at the strip clubs under the Great Pyramids. I pushed the camel through the eye of a needle. This shit ain't nothing to me, man. Tied the ops to the back of a Trackhawk and dragged him around the block for 24 hours. Motherfucker looked like a Resident Evil 5 campaign extra after we was done with him. Ops wanted some initiative. Blew up their entire quadrant. I'm moving like Oppenheimer. She dropped that ass on me from an egregious angle. They thought I was Stephen Wallace. Top shelf Zaza. disrupted my circadian rhythm. I have seen the
Oh, I've gone through. That's a real
Carta.
experience.
I've seen the Eye of Horror. I was flipping bricks for Mansa Musa before y'all even became a Type 1 civilization.
I don't know why that line always get me. The flipping break with Mansa Musa before you're Type 1 civilization. Like, that's real. That's some real shit. We're almost in the end of the stream. Before we leave, let's leave with something a little wholesome. Let's end it with a little wholesome video for all you fellas who stuck around and have tolerated my shit as always. Let's enjoy this.
To be skeptical of in this world. So it no longer surprises me to learn how many people don't really believe in anything. What's the point? For many of us, the road is a difficult one, but the path is always there for us to follow, no matter how many times we may fall. The good news is that we can help you find your way back, naturally. Some days are harder than others, but I must try. We all have doubts. The light of the mind alone cannot burn away all darkness. Think on it and look in your heart. It will be for the best. When the walls come tumbling down, when you lose everything you have, you always have family. The fire that had kept me alive was love. Their love. God's love. Right. You're not so certain. Fair enough. We all go through periods of darkness. Of course. In a world filled with misery and uncertainty, it is a great comfort to know that, in the end, there is light in the darkness. In such times, we can turn to the Lord, but it's good to have friends. And the good Lord knows there's much to be done here. You're a good neighbor to us. Thank you. Until then, God be with you.
Thank you all for sticking around with my little stream, my midnight stream. Wasn't really planned. I was actually hoping to get up early in the morning and do a morning stream, but because I couldn't get any sleep, that ended up not being the case. Am I going to stream later on tonight? Am I going to stream later on the morning? I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. I have a lot of things going on right now in my own personal life today. It's going to be a really busy day from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep. I probably won't go to bed till probably like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock tomorrow morning. Just how I am. You know, there's a lot of things I'm going through. Right? Some very tough times, very difficult times. Things that I don't really talk about. Mostly because a lot of it is very private information, and for my own reasons, not that I have a tough time talking to people about my problems, but mostly because I've been kind of just straight up burnt and scarred, and just been quite miserable. So because of that, I really don't talk a lot about that kind of stuff. Even though I'm very much about advocating for it, it is very tough to bring this stuff up. All I know is today is I gotta go to the main office and just deal with a bunch of bullshit, and I'll be free. And honestly, that's best for me. I've been very stressful the last couple months, and I think I need a break for a little bit. Obviously, I'm gonna just make content and stream as much as I can for you guys because I like doing it. So, thank you again for those who stuck around, who view and liked and share, subscribe. It means a lot to me, and I really do mean it a lot. So, till then, everybody, I hope you have a great night. I hope you're able to rest. Be safe. God bless. And cue the outro.